Hello and welcome back to Ankford Place. Um, let's see. Goose and Fox. Goose and Fox, the Goose and Fox, the Goose and Cat, the Kitty Cat. Kitty Cat, the Kitty Catty Cat. Okay. Gotta tell Karen all this. Nothing loosens tongue like a good pint. Are you here for some words of wisdom too? What happened with Penis? Did you give him the ring? Penis was being impersonated by a powerful wizard. However, the real Penis also deals web. Penis? My Penis is a web dealer? If I didn't know you for an honest man. Damn it, how can I trust him after something like this? That he's lied to me for this long? I should be glad I'd found out about this before the wedding. He still loves you. Do you want to give up on your future together? Perhaps you're right. If he's willing to give it up, we can work this out. It seems worthwhile to give him a chance anyway. Oh, and take this. I picked it up from one of the merchants to help me stand firm in my decision. I'll be fine without it now. Might have been a bad idea, actually. I mean, we know he didn't hit her, but he was still a criminal. Best to visit Antis compass by land. Too many ships been wrecked by reefs there.
Hail, traveler.
And all a man relaxes with his feet propped up on the ship. Patches of dark brown skin peeks out from under a full mane of blue-green hair. You look like you've seen a night or two in the wilds. Joining us for a drink? Did you buy a mod steel decker from Egrun? I did, and a fine piece it is. I don't know any more circulating in the city, outside the steel and crucible keep, of course. How much to take it off your hands? Seeing as how there's a sudden demand for this, 100 pounds seem fair. Demand isn't as high as you think. Chances are good that dagger was stolen or looted off for one of the knights. In that case, I'm probably doing you a favor. Can't be too careful around the authorities these days, especially when it's an order. Fine, I'll sell it, but not for less than 50. I'm getting my money back at the very least. Pleasure doing business with you. Is there something else you wanted? Who are all of you? Name's Two-Tone Weaksel, and lady next to me is Keith. We've had our fun with the expeditions, but we're hoping to enjoy a little peace and quiet for the next few weeks anyway. I'm Treacher Dayton. This is Herdy and Ilfa. We were part of separate expedition teams, so we've both suffered losses and decided to battle together. Beast, barbarian, biowax. It's a dangerous time to be an adventurous, but a prosperous one too. And here's to many more prosperous journeys. Something else you wanted? Just got back from Black Meadow. Oh, cool. They're adventurers. They go out into the field and kill random wolves, and then they come back and tell stories of having killed Stelgir. Let's be honest, that's what that's what actual adventurers did. They were like, "You never seen a beast like this. It was grand. It had fangs in its mouth, the size of needles. The mouth full of them. Angry, I say. Angry like a wolf." Of course it minded its own business. But once it saw my once it saw my demeanor, it attacked immediately by walking slowly over to me, sniffing at my feet, and then I grabbed my musket. Yeah. Hello, sir. I have the dagger right here. It's so sharp. Slowly hold out the dagger, pommel first. Listen, first, when you're not using it, keep it sheathed or it will rust. Don't show it off or someone's going to take it away from you or worse. It's a weapon, not a toy. Understand? Gordy's hand trembles as he restrains himself from snatching the dagger away. He nods, holding the dagger in his sheath. I'll take good care of it. I promise. So about that secret. Saw one of the actors hide something on a loose stone near the theater. Probably nothing as good as a marked steel dagger, though. Thank you for telling me, Gordy. Bye! Okay. I probably just taught him how to use a sword, which is good, because in times like these, you should probably know how to use a sword.
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them.
Loose stone, eh?
Now this I haven't seen before.
What was that? A spider. Oops. We got a spider, don't we? Did we get a spider? What is this spider? Free wood beetles. Okay. Once per rest, eh? Why not? Alright. Yeah. Let's see. In we go. Dun 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 dun. He's not doing a thing about it. Hearings on animation proceeds at Dougal Pass. Little progress is reported. Yeah, it seems to just be going on and on. We just got Dougal come to measured wise decision. Yeah, sure. Coming. Sure, he will. Where was that even? Where are we? What is house? Wayland Trading Company. Dun 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 dun. Mr. Visana gives the orders around here. Okay. Wonder where that lady went that had dealings with Visana. The lady that was also in the trading card? Were you able to deliver the package? Yes, but if you told me the Domas were after you, you could have saved us both a lot of trouble. The Domas were there. Oh, so careful, always following their litter. They couldn't have known. Oh, it's her.
Well, well. Is this your last day among the living, Verzano?
Your timing is impeccable, tell Pellegina. The Dominus are after me. Please, you've got to stop them.
As if any of this were ever in my hands. The Republics considered your business worth protecting based on its success. That success depended on cooperation with the locals, like House Dominel. You've lost that. And the favor of the Dukes.
Do not interrupt.
Even if you get out of this alive, they're done with you. The Dukes have more pressing interest in Defiance Bay than rescuing one merchant who threw himself overboard.
Have mercy, Paladina. I don't stand a chance against these Dorminals. I've brought a failure and shame on myself, but you can't mean to watch your countrymen die like that, like a dog.
Verzano, Verzano. Why are you wasting your precious breath on me? My orders come through the ambassador, and through the ambassador from people you should be honored ever gave a moment's thought to whether you live or die.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't seem like the sort to petition the gods to keep him out of hell. So why not cry mercy to the one person in this room with the power to grant it?
I intend to protect Versano from the Dominals. Drops her gaze and lightly shakes her head from side to side. Moments later, she turns her eyes to the ceiling in amused disbelief.
Verzano, you have a saint looking out for you after all. Just don't come knocking on the embassy door. Understand? Do as you will. He's no longer my concern.
Dana is here, okay. It seems I was wrong to overlook your blunder. Rest assured, I'll never make the same mistake twice. Okay. Well, this is gonna be fun. Let's see. Yeah.
Lava beyond sea.
There we go.
What? Stand still. Leave it to me.
Okay. I can't thank you enough, amigo. But this won't stop the domains for long. I've got to get out of here and recommend that you do too. That's all I have after this ill-fated winter. Thank you again, and please look out for yourself. Okay. So she's gone, I guess.
Hey.
Quick and quiet.
I can do that. That's settled. I can do that. That's settled.
Good shit. What's she doing going to do then? Do you think she's waiting outside to kill him? It seemed like she had business with him. Either way, so we'll see. I don't know what to do about near it. I feel like I should keep him just in case I encounter this gangster family again. We'll see. I have this slight fear that pissing off the Donimals have made me not get an ally from them. Maybe I could have gotten an allied unit from them. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you're only allowed one allied unit. It seems like you're allowed 3. By the way of the way it was worded. So maybe there's a way to like balance all your allies and get one of each. I wouldn't know how. It seems a little bit difficult.
Ah, it's done then. Vetsano plays with fire and someone else always pays the price for it. Your charity is more than he deserves. Still, at least I don't have to deal with him anymore. For that I'm grateful. Whether you intended to or not, you've done the Valian Republics a service today, ridding us of him. I work closely with the embassy to protect our interests, but lately I think our gaze has been too narrow. You clearly have pursuits of your own in the city, but I think we could help each other out, if you're interested in doing some work for us. Officially, I mean. We can go together and I'll introduce you to the ambassador. Good. Maybe I can finally do something more worthwhile than playing nanny to merchants. The embassy is up in First Fires, southwest of the Ducal Palace.
So I guess this is a companion. Yeah. Is she a tank?
See you when I see you.
Yeah. See ya. Going to assume she's a tank. Maybe get rid of Kana as well.
Safe travels.
Thank you, Kana. Get Sagani as well. Good. Try something different.
I'm ready.
Thank you, ma'am.
Need something?
I was wondering about your order, the Brotherhood of the Five Sons. Back in the Republics, we called it the Fremas Mas Council, the Five Sons of the Douche Bells, the great dukes who rule over the most powerful republics, Spirento, Aganse, Salona, Ostia, and Repu. My Italian pronunciations are horrible. Please, I've never had Italian, so please don't be offended. Okay? Because my Italian is I never learned Italian. A little bit of Spanish. So if I sound Spanish when I pronounce words that are meant to sound Italian, sorry, but they're both Latin languages, I guess. So I'm not going to undermine the differences as languages here, but as a Scandinavian, sometimes the Latin languages can melt together. I'm sure people from English-speaking countries and other countries can relate to the Latin group, which I'd like to call it, melting, blending. Yeah. So that's okay. Please understand, I don't mean to offend. I hope that's clear when I'm going to do this, because I really don't. I know there's a lot of problems with Italian anti-Italian racism, especially in the United States, for some reason. And yeah, so the Duke's spells keep the Republics moving forward, keep us at the forefront of trade and technology, keep us strong against our rivals. We are brothers are sworn to aid and protect them for the good of the Republics and their citizens. Okay, maybe I don't sound that Italian. Good. That's a good thing. You say brothers, but my breastplate bulges in the wrong spot. I may look like a woman and sound like a woman, but according to Republic laws, I'm not. What they call godlike. People like me, we can never bear children, so we can't be real women. For what's that worth? Most women in the republics, if they can't bear children, it's like the sun has set on their lives. But what is worth to me? Freedom. The Brotherhood has prohibition against women entering, but I was allowed. Many resented the decision, but I learned long ago not to care. I want to ask you something else about the Brotherhood. How does that work with 5 dukes they can't agree all the time? Of course not. They argue endlessly in the Secreta Ducala. The Brotherhood is forbidden to take sides in the debates. Not that I'd want to. I'd rather risk life and limb fighting the Republic's enemies than listen to the droning lectures of the Ducal Congress. Our loyalty is not to individual dukes, but to the dukes as a whole, to their collectives and will and resolutions. We follow the mandates of the Ducal Congress. The individual dukes direct us, but they have an understanding of how we are not to be used. What's so great about the Raylan Republics? Long ago, the Grand Empire vilely thrived. As the empire collapsed into the warring states of Old Vale, much of that old culture was lost. The Old Valen see grandeur in the acts of the forebears and believe it elevates them. They are tied people from fading time. There was once beauty in the great cities of the empire, but there are few alive today who ever saw it. The Valen Republics are the rebirth of the great Vaelian culture, but we were more than just that. While Old Vale was content to look ever backward, the Republics will shape the future. When did you become a brother? I joined the other when I was very young, only 6. I did not pass my final examinations until I was 20. It's not something I ever expected to happen. Pirates attacked the town where my family lived. It was not uncommon when I was young. They were more of a nuisance than a real threat, but they were persistent enough that the Duke of Orgia saw fit to send the Fremas to deal with the threat. I was enamored with the idea of being one of them. I didn't even know what it meant to serve a continent. I didn't even really know what the republics were. I was just a little girl, but maybe I wanted to be them because I saw how people celebrated them. I saw how people thanked them for what they did. Most of all, I saw how they left this place that felt like a prison to me. Was it difficult? It was more difficult than I had imagined, but I was a child. Children fail to understand the true difficulty of things, but it makes them resilient to the doubt that plagues us in old age. Still, childhood eventually gives way to adolescence. It was then that the young men began to hate me for being different. Not godlike, but a woman among them. For many years, it was hard to bear. It took me 3 tries to pass the physical test required of all brothers. Such failures are not rare, but it was used against me up until the day I left. It wasn't until I entered service that I was able to escape the abuse. Okay. Sorry, lady. Why did you want this? How did you wind up joining? My father resented me in my presence. When he learned that the Brotherhood accepted my kind because we are not considered women, he asked if I could be traded in exchange for taxes he owed on his land. Rigor believed that having a god like him on the ranks would be prestigious, so you accepted in spite of my physical limitations. Why did your father resent you? Of course I was born different, but more than that because the birth hurt my mother, left her unable to bear more children. It's why my father traded me to the Brotherhood. My mother, she was a different sort, kinda more forgiving. She did not blame me for being what I was, but when my father looked at me, his whole family line ended. He hated me for it. That's strange. Our lives are strange. There are no ways my father could have dealt with me. He could have killed me at birth. No one in that village would have thought less of him. Being sold to the Brotherhood turned out to be the better alternative. How do people in Valen Republics feel about the godlike? Like with anyone who's different, most people are curious or afraid, and if they're afraid, they get angry. They want us to make sense of the world, that people like me can be confusing. Yeah, believe me, people are really easily confused. We all have to protect ourselves no matter where we are. Being different means always looking over your shoulder no matter what company you keep. You're one of the godlike, aren't you? That's what they call me, yes. I never met a god, so I don't know what they're like. Can't say why everyone else presumes to understand why I was born this way. Where in the Raven Republic are from? I was born in a fishing village near Biarket. Can't remember the name. I was only there for a few years. My best memory was leaving the place. Like all the other brothers, I grew up under sea and bastions. Wasn't easy, but I preferred to gut and fish. Why are you concerned about the animancy at Defiance Bay? People look at the Republic as a nation of traders. We do engage in much commercial trade for Defiance Bay, but the greatest value we found is not written on the ledger line. It's intellectual wealth, the ideas we exchange. The Durwood and Valiant Pickles are the world's leaders in animancy. If the Durwood institutes prohibitions against research and practice of animancy, it will have serious repercussions for the Valiant Republics. Do you see... do you think there are dangers in animancy? Of course it's dangerous, but we who live in the Eastern Reach, we are the children of pioneers. We sought out the danger. This is why all the best research must happen in the New World. That's actually an interesting perspective. And I guess to a degree it's true. Like, a lot of the big new technologies are made in America, the so-called New World. So that's interesting. Do you see animancy as just something to be traded? I'm not a scientist, but I believe animancy can fit us all. There's so many questions to be answered about who we are. Why I am the way I am. If we can answer them, maybe we can make life better for everyone. I'd like to know your opinion on something. You spend a lot of time there. What do you make of it? It's not the Republic's, but the Durwood is one of our closest allies. We trade more with Durwood than any other nation with no great ally in supporting anime research. Still, I do not understand the wooden obsession with revenge and feuds, nor the widespread hatred of Orleans. The Orleans from here Clanford fight for their homes and their culture as anyone would. They fight dirty, but I would too if all my enemies were twice my side. What do you know of Rautai? They've done impressive things with cannon and artillery, and some of the fish designs are interesting, but I shout too loudly over minor accomplishments. No one seriously questions that Republics control all sea lanes in the Eastern Reach. Do the Republics wear the Adia Empire as a threat? We used to wear the Empire as a threat since the revolution in Durwood. The Republics have bent from the shield that the Durwood provides. It's another reason why I fear the fall of Defiance Bay. If the Durwood is weak, Ada will surely test the Republic's dominance in the Eastern Reach. How do you think things are going? You are like these Durwodans, always with a fire in your stomach looking to spit flames at anyone who gets in your way. There are times of fighting, but not all problems need to be solved with a sword.
Not a problem.
I like her.
Not a problem.
So she's a paladin. And I'm pointing that out because normally a character like her would be a mage. Like, seriously, she has all the character traits that normally goes with a mage for some reason. And it's interesting to see them attributed to a tank type. Really, that's pretty cool. All right. First fires. Let's stop here. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Ankford Plays. I hope you enjoyed it. So we got ourselves a new companion, and honestly, it's a bit weird that they chose to put her on the Steam trading cards. It's a bit of a shame because let me just move this a little bit. This is gonna make a little bit of noise. Okay. The reason it's weird is because like, wouldn't that be a spoiler? Why are they putting spoilers on the trading cards? Because you know, like, simply having the menu open in a Steam game allows you to get trading cards. Like, if you have the game open for like 10 minutes, you'll at least have earned one card. So I think it's a strange decision. I think game designers should be more careful with what characters and what events they decide to put on their Steam trading cards, because this is a shame that I already knew who she was. I already knew Eda was going to join me, because it's easy to, like, if you have a named character and they're on a trading card and it's a game with a group, it's pretty easy to put two and two together and say that's probably a companion. Like it's just a shame. Like it would be like putting I don't even want to say any names because it's too like it'd be like putting Goofy on a Kingdom Hearts card, I guess. I'm using that as a mild example because Goofy is on the cover and such, so we know he's gonna be. But I hope my points get through here. Anyway, I've been talking long enough. Thanks for watching. I hope you join next time for more shenanigans. Until then.